let's go ahead and replace that bullet with a custom image. So again, at W3 Schools, we can scroll down and we see that we have list style type, and then we use URL and then the path to our image. So list style image. So what we're going to do is drop down here and list style image, and then URL, and then a parentheses and our semicolon before I forget. And then we will add a comment. So we're not actually not do this yet. Okay. So list style type, excuse me, is none. And now our list style image is going to be a path to an image we set. Okay. Now, this one's going to take just a couple minutes to unpack here. There's going to be a lot going on. But basically, you can do a search. I found this site which has all kinds of bullets, graphics, and different graphics you can infographics which you can use, and they should be royalty free. Of course, you might want to check and make sure if they have a license that you deal with that license correctly. Okay. Then what I did is I did a search. I'm going to use a gear. All right. So I did a search for a gear icon, and in doing so, I used images, and I went to my tools and labeled for reuse, and I specifically found labeled for reuse, okay, from the list. And then looked around until I found the one that I wanted. All right. So now here's this graphic, and of course even though it said it was in the Wikimedia Commons, and then it may be subject to copyright. So I went ahead and clicked on the link, which takes me to this page here. And if you scroll down, you'll basically see that they have a description and an author and a source. And it's probably good to know all of this information if you're going to potentially use someone else's stuff and not use your own. Then we have the licensing part here, and they have the licensing under Creative Commons, and then here is a link which goes here, and then this license. So sometimes you got to do your due diligence to get all of this stuff. Okay, so now the license goes here. So to cover your bases, what you're going to do is you're going to copy this path. Okay, and we're going to go back to our code, and I could do it here in the CSS, I could do it over here in the HTML, or I could be really safe and take care of this in both places. So I'm just going to go after the H3, and let's add a comment for HTML. All right, and what we're going to do is just type in, I'm gonna have to go back and forth here to remember all this stuff. So we have a Creative Commons license. Okay, so what we're going to do is make sure all of this information is available as a comment or comments in our code. Okay, again, just to be careful just to be absolutely careful about not creating copyright infringement. As a student, it's not overly critical, but as soon as you start publishing your work and making your work available on the web, you really should make sure you take care of this correctly. So I'm just going to move this out of the way, and we'll just type in Creative Commons license. All right, and then I'll drop down. We'll make another comment. We'll paste in the path, and then we'll end this comment. And we probably should then go back, and if we go to the wiki where we were linked to from our graphic, okay, I should mention you can download the file in whatever size you want right here. I've already done that, but if you click on this, you can download and save this file, and you can choose from different sizes. Okay, so you can download, plus you get the page URL, and you get the file URL and the attribution also. Okay, so you can copy paste these different things, if you will. All right, so you could also get these at different sizes. All right, so I'm going to close this for now, and then we should also be able to get at the source, the description, and the author. All right, so let's just copy the author here, and let's go back. I'm just going to move this somewhat out of the way and just kind of keep going back and forth. So we'll make another comment. We'll give this person their credit, and then let's go ahead also and we'll just copy the source. Like so. And we'll end, and we're probably good at this point. Okay, so I've downloaded the file, and as I've mentioned, you can download your file by clicking download, and then you could choose the file size. Plus you also have this information which I've copied in a different place. You could get at it here also. All right. Okay, so we should be okay at this point as far as meeting our responsibilities for using someone else's image, even if it is in the Creative Commons. Okay, again, just being extra careful. So if anything, I guess with all this work, maybe it's easier just to go and create your own content. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, and before we place the actual link to an image, I'm going to copy, and let's go over this image. I'm going to add this in 2 different places. We're going to add it in one, and then we're going to add it to a different place, do a little exploration. So I'm going to paste, and these are the incorrect type of comments, so let's fix these and make sure we use the correct comments. And this will take a moment, so I'll tell you what, I'm just going to pause the video and fix these just to save a little time. All right, magic. Now, in the next video, we'll add the links, the absolute paths to the image we're going to use for our bullet.